Um, well, congratulations to Coach Nolan, to the Michigan football team for the way they played today. I thought, I said it all week. These have always been battles. Every one of these games has come down to the end, just like the last one, finished in the red zone, where we were able to get a stop. They're all battles. This one just, this one frustrates me. Frustrates me offensively. Just really, we were never really in a rhythm. I feel like I'm going to say this. I'm not using it as an excuse. We just don't have any quarterbacks that have just played any consistent football. We've got a whole bunch of guys that played 3 games. There's 3 preseason games. We got a bunch of guys that were ready to start the season. We threw 2 interceptions today, which should have been avoided. We couldn't get off the field on defense. I think their quarterback is a stud. I think he's deserving of the recognition that he's received. Really good football player. The way he's throwing the ball, I think he was about 20 or 25 throwing it. And the way he runs. He's hard to tackle. You got to wrap his legs. I think they've got a really good team. I think Coach Nolan does it the right way. I got great respect for that organization. I got great respect for that man. And so I'm happy for them. Frustrating for us. This is, you have your final team meeting in a locker room. I haven't had the opportunity to do this yet. To say goodbye to a group of guys that I have a tremendous amount of respect for the adversity that they went through this year, for what they were able to do to overcome it, to get themselves even to this point. So I'm really proud of this football team, proud of what we've been able to accomplish to get here. Certainly would have liked to change a couple things today, but if you finish -2 in the turnover battle, you're going to have a hard time winning. And, a couple turnovers at the end. We got it down to a 5-point game there late in the game. And I thought, early in the fourth quarter, and I thought, we got a chance. We just got to get a stop. We couldn't get a stop. And then we turned the ball over twice and gave them the ball backed up, which gave them a chance to put another point on the board. So it's hard. It's hard to lose, but it's with great respect that I say congratulations to Michigan, and it's with great pride that I say that I have really enjoyed coaching this football team and what this football team has been able to accomplish. I want to say thank you to the people that came out and supported this team. It's been a hell of a run. You know what I mean? For really 4 years to have this dream, for 3 of them to accomplish it, it's been a hell of a run. And the fans here have been a huge part of that. And I want to thank everybody for coming out today, to be vocal, to be loud. We appreciate the support that you give the Stallions. Thank you.
I have an extra question.
Coach, you went in with Matt Corral, and we talked yesterday about his inability to be able to be out there on the field because of his injury for 7 weeks out. Just kind of talk about him and his performance and what you saw from him today.
Yeah, Matt is a natural thrower and throws it very well. Now, typical, he's 12 of 25. Jamar was 4 of 10. Neither quarterback really played really well, but why I pulled the trigger, we threw a pick 6, and we threw it to the guy that's our movement key. You know what I mean? He's the guy that intercepted it. It's not like, I never saw him. That's the only guy we're reading. And he threw a pick 6, and I just said, you know what? We need a boost. We need a spark. I put Matt in, and I thought he did a good job of getting us back in the football game. I thought he went in there and thought he did. He even a couple times it's like, Coach, just call base plays, just base plays. He hadn't been out on the field in 7 weeks. Today was his first day back out on the field, and maybe you say, well, you shouldn't have played him. And Jamar's played 3. Where do you go? That was one of the struggles that we had with the quarterbacks going in and out the way we did. I made this comment earlier in the week. I feel like our growth has been stunted because of the number of people that we've had to play. We just haven't had that development of a guy being on the field for 7, 8, 9 weeks and being able to grow and develop. And I think a little bit of that reared its head today, and certainly not from effort. It's certainly not from want to. It's certainly not from, obviously I didn't do a good enough job with those guys, with them being out there for the short period of time that they've been out there right now. But really proud of what this team has done. And What incredible stories on, Jamar coming out, who was living here in Birmingham and coming out and doing what he did for 3 weeks. Incredible story. And what Matt has overcome to be off the field for 6 weeks and to go out there and to give this team a spark and to give us a chance to come back and throw a couple touchdown passes. I think we were 4 for 4 in the red zone, and scoring touchdowns to get back into the game. It was exciting there for a minute, until the fourth quarter, and then we just couldn't get off the field on defense.
Coach, you mentioned in your opening statement you have issues tackling today. How big of a momentum play was that Bryce Perkins? I think it was 3rd and 20, and he ended up picking it up with his legs, a couple missed tackles, and they scored a touchdown in the drive. How demoralizing is that?
Yeah, it certainly takes a little wind out of your sail. I know that offensively it was like, hey, let's answer it. I think, and even after that score, I think was when we came back down and answered. I think we came back down and answered it. But it was a huge play, and you know what? You can't tackle him high. You put on the film, you can't grab him around the shoulders and tackle him. You got to wrap his legs up. And you look at all the missed tackles on that play. I may be wrong, but I think every one of them's high. Every guy is trying to grab him up high, and you're not going to tackle him up high. You got to wrap his legs. He's a great runner. We talked about the thing that makes him so good. He's so hard to bring down. He's a big, strong, powerful man, and he just really has a resolve and a determination that he won't be tackled. And it was a great individual play on his part. He's a great player. It was a great play. I really don't think the air went out of the balloon until we threw that last interception. We threw the last interception and then we fumbled, and it's like, golly. It was frustrating to lose that way. But like I said, it's been a heck of a run. It's been a heck of a run, and to the people of Birmingham, thank you, and thank you for the way that you've supported this team. It's been a pretty special run to this point.
Coach, C.J. Miracle had one of the best games of this season. Can you talk about his improvement and how well he did today?
C.J. has, he's missed a number of games. He's another one. He's been in, he's been out. I think he's been out for about 4 games this year, maybe, if I'm saying that correctly. C.J.'s been a staple on this offense. C.J.'s been a staple. He is good with the ball under his arm. He's good out of the backfield catching the ball. He is an all-around player. I think his versatility gives us the flexibility to do a lot of things, to get in spread and to run him, but also that he can be such a weapon out of the backfield. And just really proud of his growth, really proud of the way he's continued to evolve. But he's been here for 4 years now. He's a staple here and been a huge part of what we've been able to do. And I think these two offenses, even though we've played the number of quarterbacks we had, I think these two offenses are the highest 2 scoring offenses in the league. And that's a testament to Deion Kane, to C.J. Marable, to Davion Davis, to Amari Rogers, to all the guys that are out there, to this offensive line, for what they've been able to do with so many different leaders being behind the center. But C.J. is definitely a staple to this offense and a big reason we've been able to have the success we have the last 4 years.
Coach, players like C.J. that you said have been here since day one. Obviously, you've been here as well. Winning those championships, now coming up short. Does that make it tough to kind of swallow? And then 2, what does that say about the program that you guys have built, that you don't win a championship and it's a disappointment?
Yeah, I think John Wooden made the comment, to all my friends, I wish them a national championship. And to all my enemies, I wish them 2. So you must really like the son of a gun that you wish 3 for. You must really dislike him, because once you win it, you set a standard. Winning 1 is great. You win 2, you win 3, you set a standard, and then it's like win it all or bust. There's a lot of frustration in that locker room right now. But like I told them, I'm just like, I think I'm as proud of this football team as any that I've had, for what this team has had to overcome and endure to get to this point with the injuries. Since week 2, this is the first week we've had 8 offensive linemen for practice. These are like the little things that people don't see. We haven't had the same starting offensive lineup until last week in Memphis since week 2. There's just been what this team has overcome and plugged in, and new guys step up. I am as proud of what this team has accomplished with what they've had to endure. And those are the things that people on the outside may not see. You know what I mean? You don't see all the difference faces on the offensive line, at the quarterback position, at the defensive end position, the cornerback position. This team's had to overcome a lot, but not use them as excuses. You know what I mean? We lost to a better team today. They were the better team. They did a better job of protecting the ball. They did a better job. We were sloppy. We just did not play with a lot of consistency, which was my biggest concern coming into this game, because you don't have any stability. You know, you got a bunch of guys that have just played a couple games, and that was one of my frustrations.
Coach, we talked about heading into this game, the third down efficiency on your end the last couple weeks, but Michigan today, 7 of 12.
Yep.
It felt like your defense just couldn't get off the field, 4 or 5 in the red zone. Can you talk a little bit about just the defensive struggle today?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's a testament to them. But, you know, our defense, when our defense is playing at its best, like a couple of those third downs, we're in man coverage. I mean, like, we're in man coverage. You've got your man. He runs a flat route. He doesn't run a juke route. He doesn't run a spin route. He just runs straight to the flat. And our eyes are in the backfield, and then we look out and they throw it to him, and it's like, well, who had him? You know, and it's like, we say it all the time, we're assignments and alignments. At least let's make them beat us. You know, but we did not, uncharacteristically defensively today, we did not play our 1/11th defense. You know, we did not play as a unit, as a group, with everybody doing their job. It's almost like, yeah, but I'm gonna put my head in there and be the extra hat, and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make the tackle. You know, it's like, oh, there's my guy in the flat wide open. You know what I mean? We just made some uncharacteristic mistakes today defensively, and that is all year. I mean, we've been really strong defensively. It's a testament to Michigan and the job that they did. Why? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to meet with our team. Do we try to do too much? Did we press? Did we get behind? Did we get frustrated? I don't know. There are a lot of reasons why you lose your focus like that. But uncharacteristically, I mean, and obviously as a staff, I didn't do a good enough job of getting them focused. And you know what? Michigan did a really good job of exposing us when we did.
Alan, we're going to let you unmute and ask your question online.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Sorry about the loss, Coach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And as a coach, how difficult of a decision was it for you to go ahead and make the call to put Jamar Smith down for Matt Corral?
Yeah, it's never easy. I mean, it's never easy, but you know, Matt and Jamar both played 3 games. They're both relatively inexperienced quarterbacks, you know what I mean, going into this game for this season. And when we threw the interception, I felt like, you know what, we need a spark. Matt is a thrower, and I felt like we're going to have to go down and put something together, and I thought we went right down the field and scored. You know, I thought he did a really nice job. Probably would have been a whole lot more second-guessed and questioned had we thrown 2 interceptions or pick sixes right there and taken us out of the ball game. But I believe in our quarterbacks. I think the world of Andrew Peasley. I think he's going to be a heck of a quarterback here in the future. Maybe I should have tried him at the end. You know, maybe he would have given us a little spark. But, you know, I don't have we're kind of a quarterback. We're kind of the jack of all trades and master of none. We got a lot of really good quarterbacks that just haven't, you know what I mean? We don't have anybody that's mastered it back there with this season. And I'm really proud of those guys. I'm proud of their effort. I'm proud of the job they've done. I'm proud of the way that they competed. My biggest fear going into this game probably reared its ugly head. And like I said, we threw 2 interceptions and had a fumble. We had 3 turnovers today. You're not going to win a lot of games. You have 3 turnovers, especially a championship game like this against a good football team. So frustrating. But I will say this. You know what? I am blessed. If my joy is all derived from winning a football game, to have a healthy family, to have great friends, to have the opportunity to be the head coach of the Birmingham Stallions, to have this fan base behind us, I am blessed. You know, I mean, I hate what happened today. You want to bite, kick, scratch, claw. When it doesn't happen, you want to scream, yell, holler. But you know what? we are blessed. We are very blessed to have this opportunity to represent this organization, to play this great game. I think God brought this team together for a reason. The journey that we went through, the relationships that are built, and you know what? We just got to keep our head up. Like I said, I'm proud of this team, proud of what they've accomplished. And you know what? Better to have gotten here and lost than to have never run the race. So proud of what these guys have been able to accomplish, and I appreciate everybody's support over the year.
We're going to wrap it up with Oscar online.
Thank you very much. Hello, Coach. Hello, my amigo.
Mi amigo.
You're talking a little about that. That's my question. How do you feel in the human aspect? Because this season, your experience, injuries, changes, was a tough one, no? In the individual stuff, in the human stuff, how do you feel, my amigo?
You know, I feel I'm disappointed. I'm hurt that I couldn't do more to help these players get it done today. I am doing this because of the relationship with the players. And for that, I hurt. You know what? For that, I feel like we let them down. I feel like we weren't able to get the ball across the finish line with this football team. A lot of challenges, a lot of hurdles to climb with it. But that's where internally I hurt that we weren't able to get it done for them. From a standpoint of my emotional state, I am blessed. I have a incredible wife, a beautiful family. We're healthy, great friends. I am looking forward to spending some time with my family during the off season. But I feel incredibly blessed to have this opportunity to do what I do and to build relationships with such incredible young men. So it's one of those things that you hurt a little bit, you know, on the inside. You're disappointed and you wish you could have got it done for the fan base, for your players, for the organization, and you could have won another one. But at the same time, I am pleased as I can be about the journey and the relationship that these players have built.
Thank you very much, Coach. Gracias.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. It's been a heck of a run. Appreciate it. Now we got to cheer for Michigan to win the championship.